All right, so now we're going to discuss using the law of cosines to help us solve a triangle. And this is particularly useful in angle side angle, where we know, side angle side, where we know two sides and an included angle. And this corresponds to example 1 on page 823. And there in that guided practice, we're asked to solve a triangle FGH if G, angle G, is equal to 82 degrees. Side F is equal to 6 and side H is equal to 4. Well, the first thing I want to do is sketch a triangle. And I don't really care if it's drawn to scale or anything like that. I'm just going to simply get me a triangle. Basically, all I want to do is label. And I'm going to say this is angle A. We're dealing with FGH, aren't we? We'll say this is angle F, this is angle G, this is angle H. And we're given that angle G is 82. So I'm just going to put 82 in there, 82 degrees for angle G. And I'm also told that side F, which is opposite angle F, is 6. And side H, which is opposite angle H, is 4. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to find side G. And this is where I'm going to use the law of cosines. And to set that up, to find side G, I would say G squared is equal to F squared, which would be 6 squared, plus H squared, which would be 4 squared, minus 2 times F, 6, H, 4, times the cosine of angle G, which is 82. Now let me write here, I'm going to write up here at the top the formula in its generic form using F, G, and H. So we'd have G squared equals F squared plus H squared minus 2 times F times H times the cosine of G. And you can see right down here I substituted in the values that we know. So here we got G squared equals, 6 times 6 is 36. 4 squared is 16. Minus 2 times 6 times 4. Well, 6 times 4 is 24 times 2. That's going to be negative 48 cosine 82. Then G squared, let's see, 36 and 16, that's 52. 52 minus 48 cosine 82. And then I'm going to take the square root of all of this to find G. So now I got G equals the square root of 52 minus 48 cosine 82. And I'm going to jump over to the calculator in just a moment and actually put that in so you can see how I would put that in to solve. But we are asked to, I think, find the side length to the nearest tenth. And when I do take the square root of all this mess, I'm going to find that G is approximately equal to 6.7. But we're going to go in to the calculator and I'm going to input this into the calculator. And the reason why I do is because that negative 48 times the cosine of 82 is going to give me a weird number with a lot of decimal places. And I don't want to have to copy that down by hand. So hold on, we'll go to the calculator here momentarily. All right, well, I'm over here on the calculator, and if you recall, we had gotten it down to side G is equal to the square root of 52 minus 48 times the square root of 82. And I just want to enter that into the calculator. So I'm going to hit second square root. And first we had 52. And then I'm going to hit the negative sign or minus sign. But I'm going to put this other in parentheses, because I want the calculator to calculate that together. So I got 48 times the cosine. I'm going to hit the cosine button of 82. I'm going to close that parentheses plus the entire parentheses. So I'm going to hit parentheses twice, and I'm going to hit enter. And hopefully I'm going to see when I round to the nearest tenth, 6.7. Ah, yes, I do. 6.7. It's important to put this second part in here in parentheses. Now, just for fun, just the reason why I do that, let's just say I did the cosine of 82 by itself. I just want to take a look at that number. You see, I got all of this, 1.139173101. I don't want to have to deal with that. And even if I multiplied that times 48, I'm still going to get a big decimal number. 6.680308846. I don't want to enter that. But I do want the calculator to calculate that, all of that together, the 48 times the cosine of 82, and subtract that from 52, and then take the square root of all of that. And so that's the purpose, and that's how you really want to try to enter this to make sure that your answers are, in fact, correct, which is side G is 6.7. Okay, so now that we have found side G, we could use the law of sines to finish off solving this triangle, but I'm going to sketch the triangle again, which was F, G, H, where G we were given was 82, and side F was 6, side H was 4, and we used the law of cosines to determine that side G was 6.7. Okay, so we could then proceed and let's find angle H by using the law of sines. So then I could say that the sine of G, or 82, over 6.7 equals the sine of H over 4. So then 4 times the sine of 82 over 6.7 is going to equal the inverse of, because I'm trying to find the angle, I'm going to use the inverse to find sine of H to find angle H. And I'll probably jump on the calculator and actually put that in too for just a moment. But that calculation, if I round that to the nearest degree, is that 36 degrees is going to equal angle H. Now that I've got two angle measurements solved, the simplest way to solve for angle F is to say that F equals 180, because every triangle is going to have 180 degrees, minus 82, what we were given, angle G, minus 36, which is angle H. And that then is going to equal 62. 180 minus 82 minus 62 degrees. So therefore we could say then that side G is approximately equal to 6.7. Angle H is approximately equal to 36 degrees. And angle F is approximately equal to 62 degrees. And we have solved the triangle. I am going to jump over on the calculator and input this right here, just to make sure we know how to input it. All right, so if you recall, when we were looking to find angle H, we had it down to 4 times the sine of 82 over 6.7, where we were using the law of sines to find angle H. Now, I'm going to start this way. I'm going to take 4, and I'm going to put this in parentheses. I like to use parentheses to make sure the calculator's reading it right. 4 times the sine of 82. Then we got to hit a parentheses twice here. Divided by 6.7 is what we calculated side G to be. And this is going to give us a rather strange number. But I've got to use the inverse sine of this number right here to find angle H. So I'm going to hit second sine, which is going to give me the inverse of that sine. And then I'm going to input this 0.591204817, but I don't want to input that by itself, so I'm going to hit second and the negative sign down here, which is answer, and it's going to load in that number. I'm going to close this parentheses, and I'm going to hit enter, and hopefully I'm going to get something that when I round it to the nearest degree is going to be 36. And it does. So I got 36.2 rounded to the nearest degree, 36. So there's some steps using to find the inverse after I've calculated it and using the second answer feature on your calculator so I don't have to enter this long decimal number here. All right, good luck. Going to need some practice.